What's up guys, welcome back for another YGOPro Duel video. I was asked by a few people to review a Destiny Hero Plasma Goat Control deck. Since you know, in the current format we have 3 Destiny draws, 3 Scapegoat, 3 Plasma, 3 Malicious and so on. Plasma is also excellent against Dragon Rulers, so why not give it a shot? The deck you see here is my build for a somewhat D-Hero Plasma Goat Control deck. I've started playing the deck without the zombie engine, so with more D-Heroes like Diamond Dude, Doom Lord, 3 Destiny draws, Armageddonite, Greffer and so on. So a bit like the Teledad in the old days. But that kind of deck is so bad in the current format, in the current metagame, the current ban list. The amount of explosive plays that the deck has are very limited, and there is a big difference in now and back then. Stratos as the main searcher for the, the first turn Destiny draw malicious combo is gone, is banned. And because of that, that kind of deck is not that good anymore. Adding the zombie engine on the other hand gives the deck a serious boost in syncering, more explosive plays. It makes the deck more consistent because of the lack of Stratos, which zombies can somewhat recover. The deck is super packed, so there are a few cards that I'm not playing, that I might or that I should play, but I'll come back to that at the end of the video in the deck profile. Alright, off to the first duel. My opponent here is playing Agents. It's one of the better duels I had when I was playing this deck, when I was testing this deck. He has a very good opening. He opens Thunder King. Thunder King is an excellent counter to this deck, like Goblin Zombie, Stop the Syncering and so on. He has also a Mirror Force and Book of Moon set. I do set the Goblin Zombie since I do have 2 outs for the Thunder King, both Prison and Phoenix with Wing Blast. So he summons his Venus, they always open Venus, the Agents. He does not attack with his Thunder King first, so I have to Wing Blast it now, since that makes it a threat for next turn. So I try to prison his Venus, he Book of Moons his Venus to protect it and make it a target for Hyperion maybe next turn, so I was expecting Hyperion in his hand. And he does attack with the Shine Ball into my face down monster, maybe for some more information to see what I am playing. And that's actually, turns out good in my favor, since now the Thunder King is milled, so no threat this turn, or at least the next turn. But he Mirror Force my Contester, so that's not good, only have 3 cards in hand, to his 4 and a nice field. He synchros into Agent's Sacred Wyvern, and I top deck into Plasma, and this is perfect. Since now summon the Zombie Master, he does not have Veiler or Herald, discard the Dandelion. Then special summon Plasma, try to use this effect to target this Agent Wyvern, no Veiler, no Herald. Then make Spore, or at least special summon Spore, and make Crimson Blader. Gachi is negated by Plasma, and we all know how good Crimson Blader is in today's metagame. Pretty much a royal oppression. To attack over the Gachi to block possible Hyperion Christian next turn, and Plasma to negate effects. So I was thinking at that moment, I think he has like 1 out, and that's Dark Hole, and of course he has the Dark Hole. He normal summons his Venus and attacks. My turn, and he only has 3,400 life points left, and I top deck into an enemy controller so I can exactly make game. Maybe no, it wasn't a steal. I think it was it was deserved, well deserved win. Alright, next duel. I don't know what my opponent is playing here. You see Goblinberg, 2 Warrior turning life, Blaster, Veiler, maybe some Sexual Weapon deck, I don't know. So he immediately makes Contester. I obviously max C to get a +1, or at least 2 draws. He attacks directly. He does not attack one of the goats, which is strange. Unless you know what I am playing, you should always attack the goats. So I special summon Plasma, take control of his Contester, Desi draw Malicious. Excellent move to get the Malicious set up. Normal summon the Blake, make Stardust just in case of Dark Hole, and then go for Scrap Dragon just in case he has Gorse. Although if he has Gorse, the token is negated by Plasma, and I can enemy controller to take control of the Gorse and still attack for a game, what I do now. So again, a short duel, but I think perfectly explains how powerful Plasma and Malicious are in the deck. Next, my opponent is playing Laval's. And as you see in his hand, he has, I think, pretty much the best opening hand Laval's can have. They have a Scarecrow. He opens with Rekindling and the Molten Destruction, like the huge Foolish Burial. So he activates Dark Hole, maybe wasting Dark Hole in some way. But as soon as he activated Dark Hole, I knew he had also the Rekindling in hand. And he immediately Synchro Summons for Red Nova. And this is like, I don't care. I have a gazillion outs to Red Nova now. I can Wing Blast it, or I can activate Scapegoat as I do here now, so I can even creature swap it next turn, or special summon Plasma to take control of it. Sadly, I have to, or I am forced to activate Wing Blast since he wants to destroy it with this Maiden, I believe it's called, Laval Maiden. So I chain it. I have to chain it on his Red Nova. I special summon Plasma, take control of the cannon. Then put the goat in attack position and creature swap the attack position goat for a Stennen. Normal summon Mizuki to get some, to get a lot of field control. Try to attack directly, although he Swift Scarecrows. I set Prison and Pass. I think I'm pretty safe. He normal summons his Fire Dog and takes into Mizuki. Fire Dog's effect is negated due to Plasma, so maybe I should have kept the Prison on the field. But my thought process there was, okay, I think his only out here is, or at least one of the outs that he can come back into the game is another Rekindling. So I can make Librarian as I do now, so I can get a few draws off. And here I was thinking, okay, again, one of his outs is Mirror Force. So I am going to put my most important monster in defense position and try to attack for game. And of course he top decks it to a Mirror Force. Maybe this is also again a strange move, he just activates his MSD. What he should have done was just set the MSD and pass. Since then I'm fearing the Torrential Tribute, so I'm probably not going to summon Zombie Master and risk falling into Torrential. But yeah, he's reckless and just attacking the just activating the MSD. Next, again some agent build, he's playing Herald of Perfection, the ritual deck, you know. And again, they open Venus, they always open Venus. And I set 3 cards, I believe, Call of the Hunted, Scapegoat and Wing Blast. So with Call of the Hunted, Lonefire, I can make some big plays next turn. He makes another Gachi. He does not activate Earth's effect, I believe. Strange. I don't think he's playing only one Venus. So I activate Scapegoat, so I can make a lot of plays next turn with Gall, Lonefire, and Formula, Catastrophe, and so on. I draw into Foolish Burial, so that's also already a potential malicious engrave. So I activate Lonefire, draw a card, draw an extra creature swap, and make Catastrophe. I can also make Librarian to get some extra draws, but I was fearing Hyperion, maybe an Honest in hand. And also the huge catches on field. I think Catastrophe here was a better play, although 2 extra draws would have been also nice. Make Crimson Blader and next to Stardust for some extra support, or at least some extra protection against Hyperion, Darkle and so on. And attack over his Venus to pretty much block him out of the game, like no Herald, no Hyperion, no Christia. So again, Crimson Blader seals the deal, and that's also one of the power cards, or at least boss monsters of the deck, like next to Plasma, of course. Then the last duel of the video. My opponent is playing Dragon Ruler Plants, and he opens with Lonefire. I'm not going to activate my Maxi since, as you see, he can just end with Dandelion, and then the Maxi is just a 1-for-1. Just keep the Maxi for later in the duel. Like for a situation where he is forced to go through the Maxi and give me more draws. Again, he special summons his Redox. No reason for me to activate Maxi for the 1-for-1 since he's just going to pass. He searches out the Breedragon, so probably not expecting the Maxi. Normal summons Ryu, and this is the perfect moment to activate Maxi. So 1-for-1, now it's going to be a +1. The tokens, Synchro summons for Scrap Dragon, and for the tokens I get another plus, so that's already a nice Maxi here. He activates Scrap Dragon, I believe targeting my back row, the Scapegoat are chained. And then he's just going to attack the Goblin Zombie. Yep. My field is packed, but obviously I'm going to search after the Zombie Master due to the Mizuki and Plague in hand, so already a few plays. I think here I'm going to keep the Dark Hole for later. There's no reason to activate Dark Hole, and make Catester and try to attack the Scrap Dragon, although he fails. So the Scrap Dragon is now a threat, and I set 2 back row, I believe a Gall and a Prison. He immediately activates the Scrap Dragon, and luckily he targets my Gall, which is chained, obviously, for the Goblin Zombie to search out another Mizuki from the deck. He activates Ravine, discards Blaster and Tempest, and special summons Redox to activate both Tempest and Blaster, I believe. No, only the Tempest. Search on another Debris Dragon, special summon Failure. So he's now he's going to make a big move. So make Star Eater, and he's also going to make Stardust as one of his outs for Catester. Although, luckily he did miss the Prison, so the Stardust is prisoned, and now he's in trouble. Yeah, he's in trouble. With only Scrap Dragon and Star Eater, is no out at that moment for Catester, so he needs to pass. So now I can make a huge play. So summon Zombie Master, get Mizuki in grave, make Lava Ball Chain, and send Malicious to grave, which may be a strange move since I already have a Malicious in hand, although I can push for game. So make Scrap Dragon, then target my Zombie Master, destroy the Zombie Master, and destroy Star Eater. Activate Plague to put the Malicious on the top of my deck. Activate Malicious now to special summon it from my grave. I make a minor mistake here. I should have gone for Crimson Blader instead of Colossal Fighter, since I was always going to creature swap my Zombie Master. So I could attack with Crimson Blader over the Zombie Master, just in case he has Swift Scarecrow, since he does have Ravine, so no Gores. In the case of Swift Scarecrow, he would have survived, but Crimson Blader would have blocked him out of the duel next turn, so that would have always been GG. Alright, let's see the deck list. 3 Plasma and 3 Scapegoat for the obvious reasons. 3 Scapegoat might be too much and cloggy, but I try to compensate that and play more cards to make those tokens useful, like Enemy Controller and Creature Swap. 2 Destiny Draws is enough, 3 is definitely too much. Wing Blast is amazing to set up Malicious or Mizuki. This deck is superior to the version we all know from back in the old Teledat days, like with Teleport, Krebens, Greffer, Armageddonite, Diamond Tooth, Doomlord, Triple Destiny Draw, and so on. Stratos is now banned, so that kind of deck lost a lot of consistency. There are a few cards I really want to put in the main deck, but the deck is really tight. Cards like Failure or 1 or 2 Pyramid Turtle, the one Caius has some extra removal, Dark Armed obviously, which is not working out for me. Allure of Darkness for some extra draw support, Return from a Different Dimension, a card that should be banned, Forbidden Lens for some extra protection for Plasma. So yeah, still a lot of options. But yeah, the deck's cool, fun to play with. Plasma shines against Dragon Rulers, but loses to a well-timed Failure, which you have to watch out for. Yeah, okay, guys, thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lead signing out. Peace.